We're having a pre-show like last time, we were just talking about all the craziness. Well, alright everyone, I'm here with my new dream girl, Ingrid Vanderveldt. She just interviewed me on her show, On the Road with IV.com, and it was by far the most fun interview I've had, in the last 2 years of doing this. And the reason we had so much fun is because we're both crazy. We're both, like to laugh and smile, and we both jump out of planes and like to ride motorcycles fast, although she actually races them.
Yes.
One of my friends actually said, "Oh my God, it's like a girl Ori." And so, everyone, what's your craziest adventure?
Oh, what's yours?
I just asked you. You're not going to try to repeat that.
No, but I'm like, I had a lot of them. Like, I live my life on adventure.
Same.
So I can't even think of what they are. Like, I mean, God, I don't even know. I think, skydiving is certainly a crazy adventure. Motorcycle racing is a crazy adventure.
But those are hers. What's like a specific case? I went skydiving and realized that instead of a parachute, I packed my lunch, and
Well, okay, so I'll tell you this. So when I was on, and you guys have heard this story before, but it still makes me feel so good because we all have egos. You have to have that too.
Absolutely.
You have to. So I was racing on the track, and Alanis Morissette and her motorcycle coach were out with us. And her motorcycle coach and Alanis, they were pretty good riders, but they were the motorcycle coach was trying to run me off, and Alanis was on this bike that was way better, way faster than mine. So it was like, all right, the only way I would beat her is if I rode my bike better than her and as fast as it would go. So we're just racing around the track, and I'm like, the rest of the track is all guys. So it's Alanis, myself, the coach, her coach, which is a woman, and then all the guys. So I had beat a bunch of them, well, all of them, and then Alanis, and I was like, I have to beat her, and she's right in front of me, and her hair is flaring. I was like, that's Alanis Morissette, I'm going to so take her down. So I passed Alanis, and I was like, yes. And then her coach is like, you could tell, was not going to let me beat her. And I was like, okay, this is a total showdown. So we're coming into this chicane, and the coach knows that, actually, I was in front of the coach, and I could see her behind me, and I was like, oh, she's going to try to overtake me. There was a 90-degree turn into the final stretch. So the only way you can ride this is either you got to completely slow it down or go as fast as you can and just dump your bike. And so I looked back, and I saw the coach, right behind me, and I was like, holy, she's going to try to pass me. She's going to try to pass me. And I was like, we're about to go on the 90-degree turn. And so I see her, and I was like, oh, God, oh, God, oh, God. Instead of slowing down, I was like, the only way I'm going to win this thing is if I just, floor it and dump my bike. Dumping it is, literally taking it down to the ground. Yeah. And that I literally just went and pushed it as hard as I could, and the bike just goes, right around the turn. And out of the corner of my eye, all I see is this huge plume of smoke and rocks and bikes and all this crap going on behind us. And it turns out it was the coach. As she was trying to come around me, she completely missed the turn, went off, completely wiped out, and I was like, yes! Oh, it was awesome. So that was pretty crazy.
You didn't even have to down your bike?
No, I downed it, but I didn't dump it.
Right.
I mean, it's amazing that I didn't wipe out, because I about closed my eyes to do it.
So you beat Alanis and you trashed her coach?
Yes, pretty much.
Outstanding. You can't do that with the webcam.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that she's hot, is an entrepreneur, and likes to jump out of a plane and all the other stuff I just said, she also said that she could get me in touch with Richard Branson, which, as you all know, is my dream catch. That guy's even crazier than me.
But only for special people.
Hey.
And you are so special.
I'm special.
Speaking
of special people.
Special.
So, didn't you used to have to ride the short bus?
I had to ride the short bus, but usually but it was actually technically a long bus.
Yeah, all right. But
yes.
You started off being considered you need to go into special classes.
Yeah, they thought I was learning disabled, and they sent me off to a special school on a special bus to take my special classes.
You're so special.
Special? That's what I thought. That was the gift that came out of all of that, is that I really did feel like I was special.
But apparently they were wrong. You just had
Yeah, I only had a learning disability, so I mean, that's the thing. So maybe I did have a learning disability. What happened? Yeah, that's why that happened. No, I had hearing problems is what it was, but what was so neat through that experience is that, yes, in fact, I did ride the bus, the short bus, although it was a long yellow bus, and I was the only one on the bus.
You had your own bus?
My own bus?
It's kind of like a limo.
So they're telling me I'm special, exactly, and I have my own chauffeur showing up every single day with my own special parking spot to go to the special school and my own special classes. So I came out of that whole experience just like feeling like I could rock it. I was totally special. But everybody else thought that I had learning disabilities. It turned out to be hearing problems. And once they figured that out, you know, I was just able to excel. So, yeah, it was a gift.
I was actually couch surfing with Caleb Jennings. And
I love Caleb. I know when I found out that you guys knew each other, I was like, this is too weird.
Dude, who's that? Like, oh, it's Ivy. And I went, you know, added you, and I'm like, wow, you know, look at all she's doing. And so, you know, I'd probably kind of be good for your show anyways. You know, like, I'm on the road too. And
yeah, totally. Thank you. That was great. I loved having you on the show. It was fun.
It was blessed.
So I'm an executive with an alternative energy company, and then all those companies that I have ownership in, I put them all into a venture firm called Game Change Ventures, which is now run by Corey Cossack. Amazing. And then I do all the media to share stories like yours about entrepreneurs who are just doing it at On the Road with IB, and that is run by LG Lindgraft from LG Pictures.
You know, it's a little hard to tell during the show because Lindgraft is just making sure that you know, production stuff, everything's working. But I got to hang with the man yesterday, and he's even crazier than I am.
Which means he's crazier than both of us combined.
I've got a theory about dating that the reason that none of it's ever worked for me is because I have turned out to date people who have jobs. But you're entrepreneurial. You have a business. What and if you check Ivy's profile on Facebook, she's seeing someone. So my hopes were dashed. I spent 3 nights crying about it. And
I know you were like devastated. You were like, oh no. Yeah, no! We can still have fun.
Oh,
it's a motorcycle ride.
Yeah.
My advice is actually when people ask me what are the 2 common traits amongst the most successful entrepreneurs that I've ever interviewed. So when I was doing this show that I did a few years ago for CNBC, I was interviewing people like Howard Schultz from Starbucks and Hugh Hefner and Red McCush from Clear Channel. And now I get to interview even more successful people like Couchsurfing Ori and Craig Newmark from Craigslist, some amazing people. And the 2 traits are to do what you're passionate about and be persistent about it. And there's no question about that. And I think the only other thing that I'd add to that, and I struggle with this a lot myself, is that I think that as entrepreneurs and as very driven people, that we're all naturally going to have moments in our lives where there's self-doubt. Like, what am I doing? I have no idea. Because most of the things we do, we have no idea what we're doing. How are we going to do them anyways? Once you've made the decision to go out, you just got to roll with it, you know, and keep a very clear head so that you can remember what you got to do to save your life. But I think it's important to invest in yourself and just stay aligned to what your purpose is. Because when you do that and things kind of don't work out as planned, you know, it's like, okay, you can keep that in perspective and then get back on your path. That's my advice.
What was your first one?
Well, if we go all the way back, it'd be like a lemonade stand, you know, competing against all the other kids in school to sell the most chocolate bars. You know, that's kind of entrepreneurial. Then I had a paper route. But then I think my first business was a failed business in business school, was a magazine. So I've done a magazine. Well, we tried. I made frankly.
Did you give a damn?
No. Actually, I really did, but yeah. Now looking back, I'm like, it's kind of funny because, you know, it was just such a learning experience. Yeah, so a number of businesses. I've done a number of them.
What have you done since?
Well, oh gosh. I mean, it's a magazine company. I had a tech company. A data mining company. Actually did that for a while with my father. A media company. Right now, in my portfolio, I have a news agency, a film company, the alternative energy company. There's one more. Oh, and a social
sound a little ADOS.
Right, exactly. People like us have to hang together. ADO shining. Billionaire Girls Club is a group of 5 women who are all very big thinkers and want to impact a billion in some way. I mean, want to impact a billion lives, a billion girls. In my case, I want to be a self-made billionaire because I have a lot of work to do, so I got to hustle it and be able to give my money back to the world. But our intention in coming together is not only to support each other in what it is that we're doing, but it's also to inspire women around the globe to think big and follow their dream and make it happen.
How long has that been around?
Almost 2 years. Yeah. So we have a really big thing coming out this year. It's awards. I can't, because everybody wants to know about it. I can't really talk about it. Yeah, right.
I thought I was going to have an exclusive here.
Yeah. The big exclusive. Yeah, no, the Billionaire Girls Club is really amazing because there was a Billionaire Girls Club that existed before ours did. But that club was formed by Caroline Kennedy, who, her and her girlfriends up in New York, put together a Billionaire Girls Club, and it was really to go after and find billionaires that they could marry. So we're very different.
I was going to make the joke, I'm like, so you're basically cultivating a bunch of hot sugar mamas for people to...
The hot sugar mamas, yeah. We're cultivating the atmosphere. You know, I think that needs to be a t-shirt. Hot sugar mamas. Yeah. By Ori Bengal. Could do that. There you go. On the Road with Ivy was started, actually, my business partner, one of the producers of my CNBC show, is Lynn Grass from LG Pictures, who's actually holding the camera now. And
what's up?
What up? And basically what it was the CNBC show taught us a lot, and for me, it definitely reinforced that I really enjoy the media as a way to communicate with a lot of people very quickly. And while the show was going on, we had a lot of people who asked us, could you interview people that we could even more closely relate with? Because Howard Schultz of the world, they're so far down their success path that it's almost hard to make that connection. And so On the Road with Ivy was started because I was running businesses, didn't really have time to do media, and Lynn suggested, why don't we do an online show? And let's go find those entrepreneurs who are like making it happen now, and let's do it. So we did it, and it's just growing like crazy, which is awesome.
It's certainly been fun watching it. No, I mean,
you're a great interview on it. It's airing today.
Oh, actually, I meant it's been fun watching before I even got to see me on it.
That's okay.
I'm a big fan of Gary Vaynerchuk, so of course, I watch his. And in fact, actually on his show, he talks about that when you stand genetics, if it's not in you, then hire someone else out. But if you didn't make your first money by the time you're 10, you're probably not an entrepreneur.
Or going to make your own dough.
Go do something else. But
yeah. Were you that way?
Technically not exactly, because at 10, I moved to the United States on my 9th birthday.
From where?
From Israel.
I didn't know that.
Now you know. Yeah, when you thought I was clearing my throat, I was actually on the phone with my mom saying, I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah, right.
Hebrew, yeah, I was good. No, but, so, I didn't know English. So I had, no friends, and, I only got graded for math because the numbers are the same, So,
you figured out how to be self-sufficient, and then were you on the couch a lot?
I was couch surfing even in elementary school and middle school and high school and college, and apparently I've been doing it forever. But
it's in your blood.
That's everyone's got what's in them. This is my thing. Sorry, mom and dad. The whole settling down thing.
But you're going big time now.
Yeah.
I mean, you're celeb.
But
so now they're like, wow, our son is the couch surfing Ori.
What's your son do? Oh, he it's gonna. I gotta ask them what they actually answer when people ask them that.
What they actually say?
Yeah. Well, I'm a ham. This interview is not about me. It's about her. Good. Yeah. Everyone always asks me, well, how'd you get to stay on Tony's couch? And how'd you, stay with Terry Belcher's couch? And how'd you get to... And, I answer So how do you get your interviews?
Well, we get our interviews. I mean, I have to admit, a lot of it is done through Ingrid, who is an amazing producer, and he seeks out what are the best sort of stories out there and people, and he finds a lot of them. And then I bring suggestions to him, and then I love it when people contact us and say, we want to be on the show.
What's the future hold? I mean,
actually, the future holds the next couple of years are going to be very intense because we had some very intense sales goals for the alternative energy. I'll share it actually because I'm so inspired by it, and I think everybody else should also think this big. And it wasn't my idea, and now I'm inspired. But our sales goals for the one company are $500 million in 23.5 months. So we have that. I want to see the venture companies in my portfolio do well. I want to see On the Road with IV. We have a goal for that in terms of its spirit. And then after that, I'll probably really focus on my philanthropic efforts. So, yeah, I have a lot of building to do in the next few years.
How often are you on the road? I mean, it's called On the Road with IV, and you got this picture of you on a motorcycle.
Yeah. It totally depends. I mean, to me it feels like all the time, but there are times that I'll be in Miami for a week. 2 weeks is the max. That I'll be there, but usually it's just kind of every week, every other week, I've got something else that I've got to go do, and so I'm on the road, and we just film wherever I am, which is great. And then this fall, depending on just how everything goes, we're going to do a tour this spring, an On the Road with IV tour, and then I ended up working with H2, and that kind of squished the tour and put all the travel for H2, so we're looking at that again for the fall.
Do you ever sleep?
No, probably like you. Although you are couch surfing Maury, so couch surfing implies watching TV and falling asleep.
No, that's couch potatoing, which is certainly takes no part of.
Oh, I take it back. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
couch surfing. Do not say couch potatoing.
That's right.
That is unacceptable.
How often do you tweet?
A lot.
Do you tweet because you're a spaz, or do you tweet because you found it's had benefit, for a growing show or business, or how do you use it?
And I think that's a great question because the whole spaz thing, I think entrepreneurs, we all have some of that. You have to have that to be successful at what you do. So part of it is just that obsessive, I know I need to tweet, spaz, get it out there. Like this.
Yeah, exactly.
If I had my BlackBerry here, I'd be tweeting right now. But there's great business value. I mean, the people that... No, I hope you are tweeting. I'm I need to tweet. Actually, I was tweeting all weekend, and it's funny because I'll tweet where I'm going and where I've just landed, and people will be like, I'm there, I'm in New Orleans, I'm in wherever, let's get together.
Do you tweet and drive?
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, do you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how could you not?
Even through blizzards. That's the good stuff. I'm in the middle of a blizzard. Hail. I think I'm going to crash. It's dangerous. Probably shouldn't be tweeting.
Yes, and I do video blogging too, and after two of my business partners asked me not to drive and do video blogging at the same time, I was like, okay, I won't do that anymore.
That
was swerving.
Yes, I concur.
I stopped doing that.
Yeah, do not do that.
But you gotta there's only so much time in the day, and if we are going to sleep, you gotta kind of cram in a number of things at the same time. So I am sure you're the same way, but I try to believe that I have a lot of patience and that I'm a good listener, but the reality of it is that if somebody's just not giving me what I need right away, I'm like, okay, let's move it. Let's go. Because, we could be having a conversation and they're like you, we're ADOS, and there are 5 things on our mind that you got to take care of.
Ooh, you said you had someone you think you can connect me with Tim Ferriss.
Yes, the woman who was here earlier tonight, I was trying to find out who she's connecting with, because the woman that I think she's connecting with is the person to Tim Ferriss.
I think that's an implied tip. I'll go ahead and extract that a little further for you guys, because that's actually something I'm working on right now as an info product. Connect. Want to succeed in business, it's not what you know, and not even who you know, it's who knows you. And if you're not out there, connecting to people, talking, seeing who they know and who knows what, and all that good stuff, you're going to grow at a very slow pace.
Yeah.
So
it's all about creating leverage, for sure. And I think, one of the things that that I talk about with our team is that a lot of people say that there's like 6 degrees of separation, and I like to think it's sort of 1. Because I either know them or I know the person who knows them. And I think when you get at that level, there's so much that can happen very quickly. And I love that.
Who are your heroes and inspirations?
Thank you for asking. My family, they very much are my mentor. I mean, a number of people in my life. My mentor, who's now passed away, George Kosmetsky, was very inspiring to me. He mentored Michael Dell and he taught me to think big and be able to execute on big ideas. Very inspiring. Robin Curl is a woman that was my first chairman, who is this amazing woman who does great things in the world. Yeah, she's great. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, I mean a number of people like that. Branson, I love.
Red.
And Lynn.
Red.
Oh, Red McComb, oh my gosh. He mentors me now. Yeah. He founded Clear Channel Communications and was owner of the Minnesota Vikings. Sold them 2 years ago for $600 million. Like, those are the size deals that he does on a regular basis.
What's your favorite food?
Mexican and barbecue.
How about Mexican barbecue?
Mexican barbecue.
All right.
Mexican barbecue. There you go.
Mexican barbecue. Oh,
yes.
Do you have a couch?
Yes, I do. I was like, do I? Yes, I do.
All right.
I have a couch.
Miami.
Miami. There we
Time
go.
for Web Dive 2009.
Yes, jumping out of a plane.
Join us in the air.
Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Ori. Oh. Bye.
Still coming?
Yeah.
Still here?
You rapping? That's it?
How much time left?
10 seconds.
I think the people that are with us are going to leave
What
on
do you call
us.
a cow with no legs?
Pig.
Ground beef. All right.
And that's a wrap.